the Schmo with the pro, with the man who's on a 7-fight win streak. He eats helva for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in the off-season. He's the number 6 ranked UFC Lightweight Beneil Dariush inside your home, Anaheim, California. How we doing?
Doing good, bro. Doing good. Pretty excited. A lot of good things coming up.
Certainly, man. We got a big fight just announced. You and Mateusz Gamrot in Abu Dhabi, UFC 280. How did this fight come about?
Well, we were looking for, who were we looking for? Poirier. That was we were looking for that fight, and I'm not sure if he turned down the fight or if the UFC never actually offered him the fight. So that was one of the fights we were looking for, but it never happened. And then I was like, okay, what about Chandler? And then they mentioned Justin Gaethje, but I don't think he wants to fight till like next year or end of this year. And I was hoping to actually fight earlier, like August, September. And so we just kind of went through the list. We were like, okay, Fiziev. They said broken nose, and then I was like, okay, I guess Gamrot it is. And for me, I think skill-wise, he might be the most skilled guy out of everybody I just mentioned. So it's super exciting for me personally. I know my management and my coaches were hoping for somebody ranked higher, but I'm just trying to fight, and fight the best guy. So I think he's up there.
Is there any level of disappointment that this is your opponent, or any level of disappointment that you're not fighting for the title, Beneil?
For me, I'm not disappointed because, like I said, he's one of the best, and I want to smash him. I mean, that's really, it's that simple. My philosophy of fighting is not that complicated. I don't care about your rankings. I care about your skill, and I want to make sure I prove to you that I'm better. That's it. As far as disappointment, I would definitely say I was disappointed. Or my management and my team and my whole family were disappointed we didn't get somebody like Dustin Poirier. Also, I really wanted the Islam fight. That was another one. I thought that was, I think he's one of the best guys in the world. Maybe he is the best besides myself. So that was another fight I wanted. And then as far as getting the title shot, I just didn't see it happening, so I wasn't too worried about it.
Well, Islam is the main event against Charles Oliveira for the vacant lightweight strap. Who do you favor in that matchup? And the Schmo assumes you get your hand raised. You're next in line for the title.
That's what I'm assuming too. I don't see how we're gonna find any way around it. I mean, the UFC they never give you guarantees, but I'm just assuming it is what it is, right? I see the fight like this. Charles comes out aggressive, and he has to find his distance to make those knees, kicks, punches land. And I see Islam focusing on octagon control, controlling the distance to look for that takedown. Once he finds the takedown, he can implement his game plan. But if Charles has a good takedown defense or is threatening with the submissions, it's going to be a long night for Islam, and vice versa. If Islam can get the takedowns, it's going to be a long night for Charles. I think we'll probably see a finish too.
And who do you anticipate fighting?
I'm leaning towards Islam, but man, it's like 50-50. I think Charles can pull it off too because he's big, he's got range, he's got skills. He's not a slouch on the ground. I don't know if outside of Sarukian, I don't know if Islam's fought any good grapplers. So it's an awesome fight. I would lean towards Islam, but maybe not. I would say 50-50.
Gamrot, your opponent, he just beat Sarukian, man. Who did you have winning that fight, and where does Gamrot's skills in the grappling department rank amongst the best in the division?
So his scrambling might be, I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that scrambles better than him. He's definitely top 3 in terms of scrambling in our division. He's a great grappler, and his striking is good too. He knows how to set up his punches. I don't know if his striking is like what he prefers to do. I think he's always looking for the takedown, but he's a capable striker too. Man, his grappling is really good. I would say it's behind me. He might be able to out-wrestle Islam. I don't know. Islam and Charles. I would say just the 3 of us are ahead of him.
Michael Chandler, he's very vocal for a fight with Conor McGregor. We're hearing no noise on that front. What do you think is going to be next for that guy? Because he's got a ranking that's ahead of yours.
Yeah, well, I don't know how you explain that, but okay. He's ranked ahead of me. Here's what I think they're going to try to do. Since him and Dustin Poirier had a little bit of an altercation, I think they'll try to make that fight happen. I think Michael Chandler will sit out and wait for Conor McGregor because Dana wants that fight too. And so that leaves Dustin to fight only Justin Gaethje. Since Nate Diaz is not available, we saw the Hamzat matchup. I think what's going to happen is they're going to try to do Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje. They're going to try to set that up eventually because there really isn't anything else going on. And these guys, they won't fight outside of the top 5. They always stay within that, or Conor. So I think Michael Chandler will get stuck with... He'll either get that Conor fight or he might actually fight Poirier, like you said. But I think he'll probably wait for the Conor fight.
There it is. How's Marvin Vettori looking? He's getting ready for his big fight against Robert Whittaker over there in Europe.
Marvin is a madman. I think he trained and sparred on was it Tuesday? And then he calls me. He's like, I didn't like it. Can we spar again? I was like, bro, spar? And we ended up sparring again and just, working little things. So, and then him and I feel like every single practice, like if we end up going with each other, it's a competition. And man, does he hate losing. So just because I know how much he hates losing, it makes me want to beat him more just so I can rub it in his face. Everybody's always like, hey, you don't talk much. But man, with my friends, I am maybe the worst. I might be the worst bully in the gym.
Well, that's the job of the captain over there at King's MMA. You got to hold everybody accountable.
I'm the oldest. Well, I'm kind of the oldest. I think Giga's a little bit older than me. So yeah, I gotta bully these kids.
Giga looking good too?
Yeah, Giga looks amazing. He's working a lot on his grappling, and we're always working on his grappling. And then with his striking, if everything's good, if he's feeling like he should, his striking is incredible. It's just a different world. We didn't really get to see it his last fight, but when he's on point, yeah, no one can touch him.
Been a little over a year since you called out Elon Musk. You have that Tesla. The Schmo saw it inside of the garage. No complaints. It's looking good, right?
Yeah, it looks pretty great actually. I don't drive it much, but when I do, I'm like, man, this is way too fast for me. I feel like if I drive a fast car, I'm just gonna get in trouble. But it's really convenient. The little what butterfly doors? What do you call those doors?
Suicide doors?
Suicide doors. That sounds scary. The suicide doors are actually really convenient for kids. You would think it's not a family-friendly car because it's so fast, but it happens to be super family-friendly. So
easy to put the car seat in there.
Easy to put it in, take it out, have your wife yell at you. She opens, she yells, she puts it back down, and then, life's good for her.
Life as a good husband. Can we get a final message for all the Beneil Dariush fans out there worldwide?
Man, I'm coming. It's time now. It's time. Finally, I get to get back in there, and after this, we're going for the belt.
He's the pro. I'm the Schmo. Anaheim, California. He's coming for gold. We're out.